Presented by the All World Wrestling League. I am the unknown commentator alongside Paco Zimmer, Quasi, and a very special guest this week on Big Time Wrestling, the Disco Inferno.
Yes, I'm here watching with a very skeptical eye at Big Time Wrestling. I'm going to check out the competition. I'm also will be critiquing you guys' work here at the announcer's desk.
Really?
Yes,
well,
I will.
It's nice to have you along, Disco, and we're going to go to the ring for the first matchup, a tag team bout.
Coming out right now, we have the Bruiser and the Crusher. We've known them. Everybody hates them. They're very violent. They like to hurt people, and they've taken out many of the AWWL stars.
And members of the Army of Darkness.
You guys are making a pretty blanket statement that everybody hates them. I mean, I have nothing against these guys.
Well,
I mean, you're trying to tell me, don't put words in my mouth and try to tell me that I hate these guys. I don't know them yet. Maybe I'll watch them wrestle, and if they're lousy wrestlers, then maybe I'll hate them.
Well, they're going to be going up against a team who's newly formed, but both fan favorites, Chris Sabin and AWWL, the Hippie.
The Hippie?
That means everybody loves these guys.
Well, everybody does love these guys. Who doesn't love Fruit Loops?
Clown.
Freedom with the experience, Sabin with the enthusiasm and the ability to make a successful tag team.
There's the Hippie AWWL tossing the Fruit Loops into the crowd here again on Big Time Wrestling, and the fans love it.
The fans love their Fruit Loops.
They're easily pleased.
Well, shouldn't he be throwing milk at them too? I mean, if you're going to throw the Fruit Loops, why don't you just go out there and pour a gallon of milk all over them too?
Well, Disco, you've got to like Fruit Loops.
The Hippie's
Actually,
on a budget.
I was a big fan of the Sugar Smack growing up.
Really?
Yes, I was very big Sugar Smack fan growing up. I do not like the Fruit Loops. Look at, see, now we got, see, this is what I'm talking about. Now we got Fruit Loops all over the ring, and the ring's a filthy mess because this guy threw Fruit Loops all over the place.
Well, you can't help it.
I mean, it just proves to you that there really is no place for Fruit Loops in professional wrestling.
Well, they're somewhat nutritious. Come on, Disco, you got to look at the positives here.
Why is this guy assuming the role of the 60s guy? I mean, everybody knows the 60s was kind of a very void, time during American history, a lot of hallucinogenic drugs, stupid people, Woodstock, really bad musical artists. A lot of people died.
He's here to have a good time.
Well, man, I don't understand. Like, when you could be a proponent of the 70s, why you would select the 60s, I just don't understand.
Well, wasn't the 70s full of a lot of drug experimentation and
No. Studio 54, no, they didn't do drugs.
Oh, it was just about having a good time and dancing.
Right.
Guys, let's turn our attention to the action in the ring instead of the debate on which was the better decade.
Well, that's the Hippie axe handle.
Okay, quick question. Which one's the Bruiser and which one's the Crusher?
Crusher just tagged into the Bruiser.
Okay, here comes the Bruiser. AWWL. We saw Chris Sabin there earlier showing some electrifying moves. I like Chris Sabin's style, but he's not a very good-looking guy.
Really?
No, he's too ugly.
So we shouldn't show close-ups of Chris Sabin, is what you're saying?
No, don't show a close-up of his face. Maybe get from the neck down. The guy's got a good build. This AWWL, if we could put the old back when people used to bleed back in the day and you weren't allowed to show it on television, they would put the black mark in front of it. I think that's maybe what we should do during AWWL's matches is put the big black, big black mark in front of him out there.
The censored square.
Yeah, we should censor his physical appearance.
So right now you want the Bruiser to just be facing a big black box.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, because that outfit's ridiculous, and I'm not sure if it's even showing up very well on television.
Well, right now, the Hippie is in control, much to Disco's chagrin. He's got the Bruiser against the ropes, tagging into the ugly one, I guess, Chris Sabin.
This guy looks like he's been to too many Grateful Dead concerts.
I've been to a few of those. They're not that bad.
Sabin almost with the cover there for the victory. I think Freedom and Sabin are awesome together.
Well, now what makes you think that they haven't even won the match yet? I mean, I wouldn't use the word. Well, I mean, is that awesome?
Well, no, not right now.
These guys are awesome together, and I don't see awesome. I see them getting beat up.
Well, this is finally now that the Crusher and Bruiser are somewhat of control, but they weren't earlier.
I have to agree.
Well, that's because the guys that are wrestling against are not awesome.
Look at this. What about that, huh, Disco?
That's the future. Chris Sabin right there.
The future?
The future of wrestling.
The future of what?
Wrestling.
Future. That's the future of wrestling? Okay, right now, this is from this moment on, I'm announcing my retirement from professional wrestling if Chris Sabin is a future wrestler.
Really?
There is no future. No, absolutely not.
Wow.
Look at that. That's the future?
We can have the future Chris Sabin and the past the hippie Eric
Go
Freedom.
out there, put some wrestling sneakers on and put some kick pads on and wet your hair and stuff. Yeah, and then they'll go out there and get the hell beat out of you. That's the future of professional wrestling?
That's uncalled for. I mean, these guys are outstanding.
I'm telling you, I call like I see it. If you guys can't handle it, then, you know, then maybe kick me out of here or something. But at least...
It's a pleasure to have you.
Well, it is a pleasure to have you. And if you guys keep it up, I'll tell you what, I'm going to reveal the unknown announcer's true identity and give all the fans his home phone number.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, I might.
Disco, he is pretty underneath that mask, though.
Well, then why is he showing it? Why does he have a mask? So he cannot assume responsibility when he does bad commentary. That's why.
Wow. Well, back to the match right now. The Bruiser and the Crusher have the future in trouble on the ground.
Hey, the future looks awesome right now, doesn't he? I mean, he's taking a good beating, making these guys look good.
Actually, like you said earlier, Disco, the match is not over with.
Well, I like the Bruiser and the Crusher, and you made the blanket statement earlier that nobody liked them when you lied to the people. I like them, and I like what they're doing in there right now. But I don't like these Fruit Loops all over the ring.
Well, I have to agree with you, but the fans love the Fruit Loops.
How do you know that? If the Fruit Loops are in the ring,
because they're cheering for it.
to assume that they threw the Fruit Loops back in the ring because they did not want the Fruit Loops?
No. Those are overflowed from the box that he brought into the ring. You heard the fans cheering for the hippie.
Well, maybe he should be suspended. If the guy's just bringing food out and spilling it all over himself, I mean, can't he keep that in the locker room?
Come on, guys. Let's focus on this. You guys are getting too brutal about
Focus
Fruit Loops
on
here.
what? The future, the guy that you talk was awesome, is getting the hell beat out of him out there by the Bruiser and the Crusher, who you said they hated.
Well, they do. The fans do not like the Bruiser and the Crusher.
And the fans are throwing the Fruit Loops at him. Did you see that?
That's how much they hate the Bruiser and the Crusher. They love Fruit Loops,
Somebody's going to get their eye poked out.
Here's the future now with the suplex attempt, and Bruiser trying to reverse that. There's the future.
That's
with
a
kick
shining
to the
wizard.
head.
Well, a kick to the head is always a good move in any sport.
You're right about that. And the
Even
Bruiser
hockey,
But
is
you're not,
feeling it
even in
now.
hockey, but you're not allowed to do it in hockey.
No.
because sometimes you do it in hockey, there's the off chance that the blade might slice the guy's head open and kill him.
That would be nice.
This is not hockey. This is professional wrestling. It's big-time wrestling in the All-World Wrestling League tag team
Here
action on
comes
the
a big
way.
tag to the 60s guy.
Sabin makes the tag to the hippie, and a hippie right hand. Another one to the Bruiser, and the Crusher goes down.
He's working them both here, and now he's going to send them here riding.
Hippie elbow.
And hippie whip. Oh, it's been reversed. Buddy hippie springboards into it, looks like.
What is this?
Ooh.
Oh, he reversed it. I love that move.
The Crusher slamming Eric Freedom down
I thought they
hard.
would do it. Wow, great move by the Crusher.
Wasn't good
Crusher
enough.
and Bruiser showing that they're gaining fans worldwide the longer they wrestle in this match.
I don't know if they're gaining fans, but they are gaining a reputation here in the All-World Wrestling League as one of the toughest tag teams out.
Well, Disco, we could play the opposite side of the card here. Come on, he didn't get the victory, though. Crusher didn't get the pin.
Of course, because the match is in question. I mean, that's the spirit of competition here. We don't know who's going to win the match, and you guys have already selected your favorites before the match even started. I'm going to wait till after the match is over to decide who the better tag team is.
All right, fair enough. Ball's in play.
Right now, though, you got to put the match in the favor. It's leaning towards Crusher and Bruiser.
Well, you certainly are a master of the obvious, are you not? I mean, that is a great... How did you see that? How did you possibly see that?
Crystal ball.
Oh, here we go. Oh, there's an old Midnight Express move.
Turn on to the lower back of the hippie. Is it enough?
I've been corrected. Everybody but the Disco Inferno hates the Crusher and the Bruiser.
Well, come on, these guys got to have girlfriends or friends. I mean, you're trying to sit there and say that the two of them drive around, they're the only two people that like each other, that nobody likes, and they get no respect from anybody.
I believe
no
it.
friends.
I believe it.
Well, besides Thurston Brooks, I mean, is he like their girlfriend?
Well, where is Thurston
I think
Brooks?
you know what. I think I know who the unknown announcer is.
The unknown.
Yeah, I do.
You don't know who
because
the unknown
I think that's Gordon Soley.
Oh, come on.
I think that's Gordon Soley. He sounds a lot like Gordon Soley.
Absolutely not.
Disco, come on, please.
The hippie in trouble right now. The Bruiser has him in that tough arm bar.
I think I know who it might be.
Really?
I think you're Lance Russell.
Lance Russell. Gordon Soley, Lance Russell. Who's next?
Look at this. You got a big armbar here on Eric Freedom, the hippie.
The hippie's got to find himself to the future.
Look at the great rhythm of Chris Sabin over in the corner, just clapping along with the fans, having a grand old time, clapping. It's a happy day here.
Thurston. Here comes Thurston.
I mean, why you clap? Who's that?
That's the manager of the Bruiser and the Crusher.
Well, what took him so long to come out here?
Well, he thought it was cruise control. He didn't think these guys were
wow, look at the strength.
The Crusher has the hippie up.
That's great straight. Look at that.
He pressed him and dropped him. Very impressive.
Very impressive.
Is that enough, though?
Oh, the hippie not dazed enough.
Are we safe to assume that their manager likes them?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know if he likes
statements
them.
are really ruining your credibility here. You said nobody likes them. So far, there's 2 people that like them, me and the manager.
Well, we haven't said they're not a great tag team.
Oh, here's the tag, but the referee did not see this.
Here comes the future. And he's cut off by the ref. And as he is arguing with the ref about the alleged tag, the Canadian Bruiser and the Milwaukee Crusher double-team the hippie, AWWL in the corner.
Great officiating, great officiating. You know, wrestling referees always get a bad rap for being probably the stupidest people on the face of the planet Earth. But that right there was a good call by that referee.
How can you call that a good call? He was double-teamed here.
You call it like you see it. If you can't see it, you can't call it.
That's true. You got to follow the rules. He's got to see the legal tag for it to actually take place. I hate to agree with Disco, but...
Well, you know, there's 4 men in the ring, and he has a lot of work on his hands. Art Mendez is our senior official. I have to defend him. He's doing an outstanding job.
Oh, that's Art Mendez?
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's the same Art Mendez who was on the Olympic figure skating committee, the judges. Yes, he was. He was an Olympic judge for figure skating.
Disco, stop. Come on now. And I suppose you're going to believe me if I tell you the unknown commentator here.
Oh, that's cheating. What do you count the pin for? Well, I really take back everything I said about the referee earlier because he's making some really bad decisions out there right now.
I don't know.
Instead of counting the pin, they should have counted a disqualification against Chris Sabin for blatant interference when he wasn't tagged in.
Oh, but they won't call it when the Bruiser's in there helping out the Crusher. They've been double-teaming AWWL for the whole match.
Well, they're bad guys.
I give up. I give up. That's it.
So it's all right for the bad guys to cheat.
If the referee doesn't see it.
I give up. Disco here is driving me crazy. He's throwing me off guard here. Unknown. You deal with this.
I'll deal with the Disco Inferno and call the action as I see it in the ring. And right now...
I don't see any action.
Well, you're right.
You want to call the action. I don't see any action. I see the choke.
But I see the Milwaukee Crusher and the Bruiser in complete control.
Oh, if that arm drops one more time, this match is over. The hippie is dazed and confused. Oh, just barely saved himself from the submission victory.
All right, wait a minute. I got one more shot at this.
And they're throwing the Fruit Loops at the manager.
Well, everybody hates him, too.
Okay,
well, there's no reason to throw Fruit Loops at anybody.
Tell me this. If I told you, with all sincerity, that the unknown commentator is Sean Mooney, would you believe me?
Sean Mooney, no.
Okay.
Sean Mooney's talented.
Oh, now he's gone overboard. That's official. I'm done.
AWWL really needs to get a tag to the future. He's got to get back to the future.
You've been waiting to say that all match, haven't you?
A little bit.
Yeah. You had that line written down in your notes, didn't you?
Little, yeah, I guess. You called me out on that one. It looks right now the
now on the Canadian Bruiser into the ropes as they try to turn the tide, but nobody home.
What trying to do there?
The hippie Jules into the turnbuckle.
Well, that was a pretty... I mean, it's safe to assume right now that AWWL on the surface is not an intelligent wrestler.
Why would you say that?
Just based on that move, that was a stupid, stupid move.
Disco, it's easy to sit at the table and...
The guy has been getting beat up for the past 5 minutes. He had the chance to make the tag. He elected to go for a high-risk, stupid offensive maneuver in the corner, and now he's getting beat up again. Would you say that required intelligence or stupidity?
You got to do what you got to do. He's been taking a beating.
As may be, would you say he's stupid or intelligent?
I'm not
we might have a tag here.
Stupid. There's a tag to the future. That tag, you saw it, Disco.
Well, no, but the referee didn't see it.
Okay. Well, there you go. The referee didn't see it, and we get a double team again, and you think this is perfectly all right.
What I saw there was Chris Sabin could have made the tag when the referee had his eyes on it, but I saw Chris Sabin kind of pull his arm back because I think Chris Sabin's actually scared at the physical competition.
Unbelievable.
The future is scared of nobody.
That's all I'll say. Unbelievable.
Look at Thurston now, trying to argue with the ref here.
Is that Thurston Howell the fourth?
No, Thurston Brooks.
Thurston Brooks, okay. I thought the only other Thurston I know was Thurston Howell the third.
Oh, well. He's stranded on an island, just like AWWL stranded in the middle of the ring. He seriously needs to get that tag to the future.
Improvisational right there. That's very good.
I didn't have that in my notes,
No, you didn't, but that was a good one. Because I'll be honest with you right now, this match is longer than a 3-hour tour.
Oh, did you see he had both?
Wow. Disco still thinks Gilligan's Island's in prime time, though.
That's the only thing good from the 70s was Gilligan's Island.
Who's going to get up first here to make the tag? Well, wait a minute. You can't make it. Sabin's the only one outside the ring. If he comes in...
He doesn't look really excited to get in there. I mean, he looks more excited now that the two guys are down, but when the guys were on their feet, he didn't look excited to get in there.
He made the tag twice, and the referee didn't allow it. He won.
Here he
comes. We're going to find out. What a kick by the future Chris Sabin. Another one to the Crusher. And Sabin clearing house here on the Canadian Bruiser and the Milwaukee Crusher. Bruiser into the ropes. He missed with the right hand, but did not miss with the drop kick. We've got the bell.
What is that?
Wait a minute. And it looks like the time limit has expired. We've got a time limit draw. A draw.
A time limit draw? They still do that these days?
Well, we're seeing it right here.
Well, as you said, it was longer than a 3-hour tour.
Sabin, look at these guys stink. They went to a time limit. They're big shot at big-time wrestling television, and they can't even beat the Bruiser and the Crusher. They stink.
The future ran out of time.
At the same time, the Bruiser and the Crusher couldn't beat Freedom.
No. If you want to go to the judges, I'm going to give the match to the Bruiser and the Crusher. They held the advantage more than Sabin and Freeman. I'm declaring Bruiser and Crusher the winners of the match based on this judge's opinion.
But they cheated. We'll be right back with more big-time wrestling.
They did not cheat.